Okay, I'm going to tell you the story about entertainment, and as I have already said, it's a very important part of my life because I consider work-life balance very important, and I usually plan my free time in advance. For you to understand, I know what I will be doing every weekend for the next 2 months. I have already bought all the tickets and planned everything. So let's start. First, once or twice a month, when I'm really exhausted and worn out, I just prefer to stay at home and do nothing. Actually, that's quite cheese and it keeps me from burning out and help me to restore my batteries and just I enjoy this kind of rest, especially when my daughter is at her granny's and my husband goes to the village to visit his parents. I just can spend the whole day lying in bed and enjoying movies or reading a book. I for the past couple of years I am into reading just for pleasure. Nothing special, no serious books, just love stories, detective stories, and there were times when I just enjoyed comparing the book and the film. First, I read a book and then I watched a film based on this book and just compared the feelings and emotions that I have from reading and watching. I don't have much free time in the evenings during the week because I come back home quite late and I have a lot of things to do, just everyday routine cooking and things like that. But when everyone drops off, I just enjoy the silence and sink into the book. And some days ago, I got an email with the statistics from my app that I have on my smartphone, and it was said that I spent 90 hours within a month reading. Just can you imagine? It's about the whole week non-stop reading. And actually, I always read at night, so it's no wonder I stay up late and finally fall asleep at about 5 a.m. Luckily, I don't have lessons early in the morning and I can afford myself sleep till 10. What else? As I have already said, I have a lot of plans for the next 2 months. And I have already bought the tickets. On the 3rd of April, we are going to the concert of a band called Hands Up, and I remember it used to be very popular among young people when I was at school. I remember when we went to the discos and hang out with my friends. This music was very popular, so it will be like a recall from the past. We are going to the concert with my husband, his brother, and the brother's girlfriend. We may drop in a cafe before the concert for a glass of wine, but actually I'm not sure because it's a weekday, it's Wednesday, and I have a day off, but all the rest are busy working till the evening, so we'll see. The next weekends, in April, the 18th and 19th of April. My daughter is going to celebrate her birthday, and so we will have 2 days partying, because the first day it's going to be her party. We are going to celebrate it with her friends. She will invite her classmates and some other friends. The plan is to first to go to the movie, to the cinema. Then we'll go to a cafe. There is quite a good one right in the cinema, and we may have some pizza, some sweet stuff, a cake, or maybe desserts with tea and juice. And then we are going to have a laser tag competitions. So she needs to invite around 10 people to be able to have 2 teams, and just it's a good way to to let loose and just have a real fight. They are always very excited about such kind of entertainment. Then next month in May, my husband is having a birthday, and it's on the 18th of May, and we have so to say special place for us. It's called James Shark Pub, and we I used to go there quite often, and we celebrated our wedding there, and I just suggested to celebrate his birthday in that pub. They have live performances. Some local bands give concerts there, and so you will be able not just to chat and enjoy the food, but also you will be able to dance and have fun. Then the next day after his birthday, 19th of May, I have already bought the tickets to a stand-up concert. I don't remember the name of the comic. He's playing the piano and have some good jokes. It doesn't matter, actually. Now we are into such concerts, I mean stand up, because they are real fun, and just a good opportunity to rest and laugh a lot, and just enjoy the time. Then at the beginning of May, I'm going to Moscow for 4 days, and I would like to take a boat trip. I would like to go to the theater. I was thinking of going to Большой Theater, but when I checked out the prices for the performances, they're quite expensive. So if you don't want to sit somewhere at the bottom, you have to pay at about 10,000 rubles. The best places are 15,000 rubles. There is a belly on these days, but finally we decided to not to go there. I wanted to see a performance in the theater of Victor, not Victor, Viktuk theater. They had a performance here in Krasnoyarsk not so long ago, and last year they also had a performance called Servants, but unfortunately I couldn't attend it, and I really want to go and see the play in Moscow. Mm, it is said that all the roles are played by men, and I think it's a real must see. My friend lives there in Moscow, so I'm going to stay at her house. We will throw a party at home, enjoy the wine and long talks, because I haven't seen her for a year, and she's, I would say, the only bosom friend of mine, so I'm looking forward to this trip. Um, and in July, we are going to Prague for 2 weeks to study English and just look around the city, and we'll have some excursions and boat trip and museums and castles, stuff like that. There's going to be an excursion to Germany, to Dresden. I've already been there, but still it's going to be fun, I think. And one more excursion is to Austria. So we will look around the cities and take some good photos, and we have quite a big company this time. There will be 8 students with me, so I will be like a hen looking after her chicks. But I still think that it's going to be fun. What else? Mm, I Eating out is not something special for me, because I have lunch in a cafe every day. But it's not like a fancy restaurant that serves delicious dishes. No, it's just the nearest cafe to my office, and twice a week we drop in the cafe for lunch together with my daughter, because we have a break, an hour break before her English lesson at my school. So we meet in a cafe, just chat, share the news, and have lunch together. Once a week we go somewhere out with my husband. Usually it's it can be lunch in a restaurant, and then we may go to the cinema if there is something interesting on. Sometimes we book the tickets in advance if it's a premiere, but in other cases we just arrive on time for the movie and buy the tickets on the spot. And as I have already said, there is a good cafe upstairs at the cinema with very big windows. There is quite a good view, and we also like to have pizza there and a cup of coffee. I'm not very into museums and art galleries, but still, when I go to Moscow, I may attend Tretyakov Gallery. Just to be able to say that I've been there. What else? We have a lot of places, for walking and enjoying nature. Actually, I live in the area that is surrounded by forest, and there is a bank of the river where we can have a walk. And but I hardly ever do it. I don't know why. Mm, Maybe because when the opportunities are right in front of you, you don't take advantage of them. Like I don't, and I can't understand the people who live by the sea, but they hardly ever go swimming and walking on the beach and sunbathing. Just for us, it's like something very special. We may save money for the whole year to be able to afford a trip somewhere to a hot country just to enjoy the sun and the sea. But people who live there are not into it. Mm, Funny thing, yeah. As for mm, the night life, actually, I'm not keen on clubbing, and I can't give you some tips. Maybe once a year or twice a year we can have a real blast, get drunk, and just let loose and play the field. But um, when I just imagine the next day when I suffer from the terrible hangover, and when I am like exhausted after a sleepless night, and just this day is not going to be fun. I will weigh all the pros and cons, and I would think if I'd better just go somewhere to the theater or a restaurant, or spend the whole night dancing. And actually, we don't have a big company of friends, and it's not very big fun. But when we celebrate somebody's birthday, we can go out, we can go clubbing, and stay up very late till the early morning. Sometimes we throw parties at home, and we invite some friends, and if it's not a holiday, I mean a birthday party or something like that, we usually agree about what things to bring. I usually cook something for the main course, and our friends may bring a bottle of wine and something like that, just a potluck dinner, Sometimes we have family dinners, but not very often, several times a year. What else? If to speak about some family cookout or picnics, we have a country house, and in summer we usually go there and spend the weekends, enjoy drinking beer and having grilled meat and vegetables, things like that. And the whole family can gather together, because I have quite a lot of um, cousins and nieces, and aunts and uncles, so it's a big challenge to organize and throw a party at home for the whole family. So it's better to have a family cookout just at our country house. As for my daughter, she also doesn't have much free time, and at the weekend, not at the weekends, when she has holidays, she may have a sleepover and invite her friend or her classmate. They will stay up late, watch the movies, or the cartoons, grab some food, some snacks, just have some fun. But during the school term, it can be just going to the cinema, or if they have some organized parties together with your classmates, just devoted to some holidays in the 8th of March or New Year, something like that. Last time they went, they had a cooking workshop. They cooked pizza, and they baked cupcakes, and cooked lemonade by themselves, and they just grab a bite and had some fun. So the best kind of entertainment for me is traveling, actually. That is the thing I always look forward to. Just going to concerts, cinema, cafes and restaurants, meeting friends. It's quite common for me, and just it's the way to relax, to have some fun, and enjoy spending time in a good company of friends, and that's it. When we go somewhere out, I mean to eat out, we usually go Dutch, or we split the check if there are just 2 or 3 couples who meet at the cafe. So boys usually pay for girls. When I was young and single, I used to go clubbing almost every week, I think Friday evening or Saturday night, and we would put on our best clothes, put on makeup, high heel shoes, and just trying to attract boys' attentions, and trying to seduce them to have a good time together, playing the field and hanging out. As for this going bar hopping, it's not my cup of tea. I prefer just to choose one place and just settle down there and have a good evening. I don't want to just go from one place to another. What else? So we earn money to spend it, and all our entertainment depends on our interests and hobbies. Sometimes I am really into some workshops and seminars. I mean, not the seminars that are connected with my job, but just to make a change, or to try out something new. It can be quite a cheese. I mean, sometimes there are some workshops where you meet, for example, at the cafe, have a cup of coffee or a glass of wine, and paint a picture. It can be quite enjoyable and relaxing, or some cooking workshops at the restaurants, where the chefs show how to cook something special. It's also quite fun. Some art workshops where you just paint on the I don't know, gingerbread or things like that. I also like it. It depends. Actually, if I have some free time, I'd prefer to go somewhere out, and in order not to waste time just doing nothing. That's it. Quite a long story.